In this episode, we look at the weekly heroic missions on Balmorra on the Republic side during a Conquest week. Hey everyone, this is Doug Jankowski with the Grizzled Geek, and today we're going to look at the heroics on Balmorra on the Republic side during the Conquest event. Surprisingly enough, while I was going through this, I did not run into a lot of traffic on most of the heroics, although you'll see in a little bit that some of them I did. I always start with the Colloquoid area because you can get 3 heroics done all at once, and they all have bonus missions, so you'll be able to get a lot of extra credits and command points while you're doing this. So make sure you go and get the generator clicked on before you get into killing too many Colloquoids, because then it'll count both for the mission objective and the bonus objective. So here we go. The Colloquoids do dish out a ton of damage, so be ready for that if you're kind of a really soft class like the Commando unfortunately sometimes is. Make sure that you are taking appropriate actions on that. Either have a companion on heal or make generous use of your cooldowns. All right, so there we got one of the objectives done. I believe we've already got one of our bonus objectives done as well. So we'll, you can see here the route I tend to take, depending on how many things I encounter and how many other people are working. Sometimes you have to grab extra groups, but this is a pretty efficient way to get through the Colloquoid area and not have to fight too many fights that, unnecessary fights. Now, again, if you really want to just build up your command ranks, there's plenty of fighting with strong and even some elites, and you can go around, search around. There are about 6 or 8 champions. You saw one just outside this chamber, and I'll pick him up after I defeat the queen here. I didn't get enough eggs, so we're going to go ahead and stun the queen so we can get that last egg without her actually fighting us during it. So there we go. We've got the bonus mission for this one. It's kind of a bummer. The queen doesn't drop any loot, so you go through this whole fight and all you get is the mission objective. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and fight this champion out here. These champions all have a knockdown attack, so be aware of that. You can just see I suffered that. My hold the line was still on cooldown, so... All right, once we've finished this, the last objective marker in this area is right over here. We don't even have to fight this group. Click on that. We'll be all done in there. Now we're going to go to the area that is most frequently inhabited by a lot of other people. Now I lucked out here. The first couple of groups were actually still there. But before I could totally complete the objective, other people started showing up. So we'll have a bit of a delay. Anyways, here the object is to kill 8 snipers. Most of the groups only have 1 or 2 of the snipers with you. Again, a bonus objective, so those are always nice. Especially this one's really easy to get. You just grab those as you're going along. Alright, so we'll fight this first group here. Now we've got 3 snipers. Now... you'll see there's another group that spawns right there. I should have grabbed that group and dragged them over to this other one. That's especially true if you're a rather endurant class or you have your companion set to heal. I do always throw out the heroic moment here. It just makes this fight go way quicker. And if you plan well, I could have dragged that other group here, and between the heroic moment, the my other cooldowns and Unity, I probably would have been able to take all of them, but it probably would have been better. See, now this other group comes here and steals a bunch of the groups, so I have to kind of wait around for a while. when other people are here, especially during a conquest week, it is to your benefit and everyone else's if you go ahead and team up with somebody in here. You'll see in a minute somebody's going to invite me to join a group. They'll see me waiting around and they don't want to compete with me for the kills, so they'll go ahead and join group with me, and we'll be able to finish this without competing against each other and faster, with help going. So keep that in mind, because all but one of the heroics on Balmorra, there's 8 of them, and there's 9, and you only have to do 7 of them. All but one of them are in open areas. There's only one that's in a phased instance that nobody else is going to be able to get into and mess around with you. So keep that in mind. Maybe go in with a group, or be totally willing to join a group while you're there, especially on conquest weeks. On non-conquest weeks, probably okay. You probably don't have to worry about competing too much, although the Balmorra heroics are actually pretty easy. So I think a lot of people like doing them. You get a lot of heroics. I tend to prefer planets that only have, you only have to do 4 or 5. Oh, also you'll notice I'm done here, but because I'm grouped with this guy, I'm going to go ahead and help him finish, at least with another fight or 2, to get him closer to done. You'll notice a lot more people are coming. So that I said, all right, I'm going to go ahead and take off. You can group with other people here. All right. This next area also is a pain during conquest weeks, because there's only 4 people in this area that have the item you need to drop, and it's random. It's not a guaranteed drop. You'll see I'll fight this first group here. That siege commander should have the item that I need. He didn't drop it. All he dropped was some regular gear there. So I'm going to have to finish off this guy. And you'll notice that there wasn't anybody else in this area. So I've got to wait for people to respawn. There should be people in that tent. There should be another group right here. Another group back here by this tower. And they're not there. So I've got to wait for them to respawn before I can complete the mission. I have gone through on this one where everybody was here and none of them dropped it, and I had to wait for them all to respawn before I got what I was after. So this group, luckily for us, this guy is going to drop what we need, so we can go over, fight this champion who's guarding the turn-in for the mission objective. He's kind of a pain because he's got a lot of life-sucking abilities, so just be prepared to interrupt him. And there we go. Finish off that. And we've got 2 more to do. We're going to do the 2 easiest now. First one is the industrial sabotage, I think it's called, where you just have to go and put bombs on 3 ships. And as long as no other people are here, which they weren't when I got here, so we'll see that in a sec, you can pretty much go just, I think, get away with just 1 fight. One really easy fight. So first objective, you just walk up, put it on. Second one, fight this group here. And you can see the little blue panels you have to click on. And this next group, you can actually just go around them like I'm going to do here. You don't have to fight them. I mean, they're not hard. It's not a hard fight, but it just saves a little bit of time. And the last one we're going to do is the toxic spill area. And this one, you can get away with no fights if you want. There's a few champions in the area that I will actually specifically go to fight. Also, make sure that you put your companion on heal here, because you're standing in toxic waste that is going to damage you. And if your companion isn't on heal, you're going to have to stop all the time, heal up, and then go. You're not really ever going to be in danger of dying. It's just a pain if you don't have your companion on heal. It just takes forever. And since there's very few things to actually fight, companion being on heal is not going to hamper you in any way. So yeah, you'll see there's a few of these robots scattered around, 3 or 4. I'm only going to fight 2 of them during this video. But then I followed this little circular path. Well, it becomes straight line now. It kind of hooks at the beginning and then just follow it straight along and it'll take you to that next robot. But there you go, guys. That finishes off this one. I just have to click a couple more of these and we are all done. You can skip all the fights here. But anyways, there you go. That is the Balmorran heroics on the Republic side during the Conquest event. If you guys liked what you saw, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Share with a friend so that we can get to 5,000 subscribers this year. Also, you can support us by checking out the links down below in the description. We've got an Amazon affiliate link, a Teespring link, and our Patreon. But thanks, guys. You enjoy playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, and may the Force be with you.